Hi guys, welcome to Twin Mirror, a game by Don't Nod. I really like Don't Nod games. They created the Life is Strange series, which is on this channel as well. And also Tell Me Why, great games. So every time Don't Nod release a game, it's a reason for celebration. I do not know a lot about this game, but I do know that it got supernatural element to it, and also that you do a lot of investigating, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I'm curious, let's get right into it. Alright, new game, let's get into it.
The skies are finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. I'm your host, Carrie Hammond.
Fatal car crash.
Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Wick will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting
Basswood. Oh. Don't you just love Don't Nod music in games?
Change my clothes and wash my
Don't crash into the train, please.
Does the well go down that low?
This singer got a great
Let
voice.
me breathe and I'll let you go.
You're gonna be at the wake, right? Okay, we're going to a wake.
I felt around for something real. There's a radio station. I'm playing wrong in my ear. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive.
Ah, I dig that music. You kinda recognize Don't Not touch on the design of the characters and the environment design. You can see that since this game is kinda new, not that new, it's from last December, but still kinda new. So you see the improvement in their game's graphics, but you see their touch, and I really like it. Driving a car without a brand. Only in video games.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here.
Okay, we start playing. So, we are spending time before a funeral. Well, this place is relaxing. Okay, getting used to the mechanics. Okay, so this is how I open my journal. Investigation. I ran away from this town 2 years ago. Definitely not ready to be back. Okay. Not ready to bury my best friend either. But it is what I must do. Nick's funeral starts in about an hour. Enough time for a walk on the promontory to clear my mind or to delay the inevitable. Take a walk on the promontory. So that is a kind of a sad start. He's burying his best friend. So this is the people we know, I guess. This is us, Samuel Sam Higgs. I hope I pronounced his last name correctly. Okay, I left Basswood 2 years ago to run away from a job at a small-time newspaper. A town full of angry people and a failed relationship. I didn't glance back. Now I'm going home to attend my best friend's funeral. What could be more fun than facing all the past mistakes at your friend's graveside, right? What past mistakes? And this is Nick. Nick's been my friend since we were kids, my only friend. I ghosted him 2 years ago when I left Basswood, and now he's ghosting me by being dead. Oh my god. Oof. That's a way to start a game. So, don't not got a thing for people who ghosting their friends, like Max ghosted the Chloe in Life is Strange 1. Okay. Memento. Empty the moment. We have stats as well. Cold feet. No choice has been made in this scene yet. Oh, okay, so this is also a choice-based game. Okay. So I've been through everything in the journal, right? Yeah. So, okay, let's take a walk around here. It is... I mean...
Funeral isn't for a while, and I'm not gonna walk into town.
I went back. Oops. So what I was trying to say is that it is a gloomy situation, but I have to admit this is a relaxing and peaceful place. It was nicer if the circumstances were different, but that's a relaxing walk.
For a while, and I'm not gonna walk into town.
Oh, that direction is bad too. So where should I go? Oh, gotcha.
This place was always one for decisions. Somewhere for things to fall apart.
It's beautiful in here. Sorry for taking my time, I'm getting used to the mechanics, new game, you know how it works.
Welcome back to Basswood, Sam.
Restoration sign. The company made sure we knew how generous they were. Can I run? I don't think so.
I came up here every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big.
Wow, look at the view. Okay, inspect. Where should we start? Basswood River.
I remember spending entire summers on the banks, fishing with Nick. My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares.
The mine.
Strange to think of Basswood without its mine.
So it's kind of an iconic location?
I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things.
So... it ended badly because he ghosted him, right? Okay. Catching up. Closed. What is closed exactly? Ruined, closed, sucks. Someone had a lot of love for this town. Warning sign, because sign protects better than sturdy railings.
You'd think the massive cliff face would be a giveaway.
Emergency phone, directly connected to the emergency
I get
line.
the feeling it still sees some use, given how bad the coverage is up here.
Basswood Wildlife Area. Hiking trails.
These trails were great to walk if you wanted to feel truly alone.
Hunting rules. Here's a rule. Just don't hunt. Leave the animals be.
Hunting is another tradition I could never get behind. Just don't see the appeal.
I'm glad to hear it.
Some of these species are endangered. She wrote an article about it.
Okay, let's go. West Virginia's scenic mountain forests are home to deer, flying squirrels, red foxes, field mice, rabbits, and cave bats, among other animals. Bobcats, wild boars, and even black bears have been seen all over the state. Even very even very remote farmsteads have occasionally sighted the eastern cougar, puma concolor, on the prowl. When hunting, carry with you any and all required permits and license. Do not hunt while under the influence of alcohol. Hunting is forbidden between half an hour after sunset and half an hour before sunrise. Just don't hunt, guys. Just don't do it. Food locker keeps hikers and hunters safe from bears.
I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it. I used to love looking at Basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day.
It is amazing from here. Just checking things out slowly. It's pretty, isn't it? Look at here. What is happening? Wow.
Why can't the
Holy
real
moly.
world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind?
Wow, we are in his mind right now. I'm surprised by everything that is happening. I did not see the trailer even. I just know this is a game by Don't Nod. So I have no idea what is about to go.
Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
This is a great looking game. Oh my god, this is magical, guys. I'm impressed. So, we're in his mind, I understand, but is that a power that he has to kind of search inside his head, or he's just imagining? Okay, let's explore. Optimal shot angles. Wow. Helpful if you want to play some pool. Mine closure. New Virginia call under investigation. Huh. What happened there? Something dramatic if they need to investigate it. Only wish I could run. Memory. Remember.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
And yet I stopped taking his calls. He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
Why would you do that, Sam? Sam, is that correct? Yeah, just checking out. Just started the game. Take a walk on the promontory. Done. Now remember the night at the spyglass. Another memory.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others. Even in me.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... people around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening.
What happened exactly? I want to hear that again.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... people around here have short tempers and long memories. Be careful. Sam, are you even listening to me?
Okay.
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening.
I want to hear that memory as well. The details about Anna. She's a freelancer, right?
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat. And Sam, be nice.
I had never met someone so interested in others. Even in me.
So Anna was a person of people. Okay. Every detail can be crucial later on, so I like to carefully get everything I can from it.
Come on, Anna, look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
She's pretty.
Anna, you really need to see this.
Oh, they were
I
engaged?
can't even see. Something's blocking it.
Wow.
Sam, what are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
Did she say yes or no?
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
Ouch, that's not what you want to hear when you
Down
propose.
on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing? You look like I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna, please say something.
I think that's a no.
Put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring. You should know that. We've discussed it before.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss?
You're really not going to show? Of course we're gonna show. Let's go there. Okay, so we did remember the night and the spyglass. Now we need to return to the car. You've rested enough time. So now we have Anna entry. Anna, the one that got away. The one that got away from what? Would my whole life be different? And she said, yes, seeing her again. That's going to be hard, yet part of me is looking forward to it. The rest of me wants to turn around and leave now. So, the fact that Anna said no was not out of the blue according to what Sam said. The relationship was not working, but he kinda did not want to admit it. She was the braver one who faced the truth. Okay, let's go back to the car.
Maybe it's for the best. On the bright side, Nick's not alive for me to let him down again.
You missed the funeral? Oh my god, that's awful. I thought we've been here for like few moments, but it's his best friend's funeral. How can you miss it? Are you still coming?
Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around. Given up already? Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
So who's that Walt? Twin mirror. Sam definitely is running away, and that's something he'll have to work on. I mean, he already missed his best friend's funeral at the beginning of the game, so you got a way to go, man. Are you still coming? I really hope you can make the wake. I'll be at the heaven. I'm almost there. Let's go.
Lost the signal. Some things never change.
Ah, damn it. Let's go there. Let's try to make it. Oh boy, a gloomy start, isn't it? He has some demons, definitely, and we're gonna dive deep into his past. What will we find out? Miner's Haven parking lot. John Backwalder. Nick's daughter. Can't imagine what she's going through. Poor girl. Lost her father.
Muley, you actually came.
Muley?
It's been a while. You've gotten taller.
2 years.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
Is she okay?
So,
You left.
She's right to be
John,
mad.
that's not fair.
You left.
Let's apologize.
Look, Joan, I messed up.
You said you wouldn't leave. You said... I don't remember exactly, but you pinky swore.
I didn't mean to
Pinky
lie.
swore.
I just screwed up. After Anna broke up with me, I'm sorry. I wish words meant anything. I wish this didn't make it harder for you to trust me now.
Could have at least called something, especially after... You know, after my dad.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right.
Poor girl.
I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone. I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
What do you suspect?
I'm just in town for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead?
Where is that?
That could change everything.
An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation?
A few
Oh, he's a
questions
cop.
won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself.
This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on.
Friends don't lie to each other.
Even if
That's
it means
right.
disappointing her again. It's your call.
Oh my god. So, this is what Don't Nod do best. They let you decide things that you never like 100% sure what you want to choose. You feel always conflicted. So, I mean, obviously, I want to promise her that I look into it. First of all, he is a detective apparently. Second of all, it was his friend, and if there is the slightest chance that his death was not clean, he should definitely look into it. And just to be sure, the reason that I kind of think maybe I should keep her out of it is to, maybe I will get her into trouble. That's what I fear. She's a little girl. But no, I'm gonna be honest with her. It's risky, maybe a little bit, but I think that Sam's job is also to investigate. Is first of all to investigate and also to take care of her. So if Sam will do his job, he will protect her. So let's tell her the truth that we are going to look into it.
Okay, I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something, but
You want to know for sure. I get it.
thanks.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there too. Can't hide in your car all night.
Who says I'm hiding out here?
I do. See you inside.
She seems like a good girl, like well raised. What are those pills for? Journal updated. Everyone knows Nick and I were best friends. Everyone think I owe it to him to be here. His daughter Joanne goes even further. She thinks I should stay here and investigate her father's death. Our old boss, Walter, is sure to have something to say too. I won't be able to sneak past him. Go inside the bar. That dude in the car that we talked to, it wasn't Walter. I don't know who was it though. So yeah, Walter is their old boss. Got it. Got confused a little bit. Okay. New entry. The same town, the same doubts and contradictions. Face it or escape it. This time I made a different decision. The temptation to embark on another doomed investigation leading to nothing but pain was too strong to resist. Am I doing this for Joanne, for Nick, or for myself? When you investigate such a thing, you take into consideration that maybe it was just a car crash and nothing else happened, but you have to be sure, right? If there is reason to suspect, there's the slightest chance it wasn't clean. Of all people I hurt when I left Basswood, Joanne is the one who least deserved it. She was just a kid and my goddaughter, but it's a tough job to be a lonely kid's only friend. I couldn't hack it. Now that her dad died, things aren't going to get any easier for her. Angry, hurt, stubborn, hard to believe Joanne was the one who nicknamed me Molly. Not that I'm looking for an excuse, I made a promise to a child that will break her heart whether I keep it or not. What if she's right about her father's death? What will that do to her? And what if I can't give her the answers she's hoping for? That's the risk we're taking. Let's go inside the bar and let's start to investigate. Oh, I can finally walk faster. Sweet.
I'll have to sooner or later.
Yes. The cat
That's
food is
Walter.
under the sink. Yes.
Former
yes,
boss,
it is,
friendly as
Mom.
ever.
Trust me. Oh, Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it really been over 2 years? Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you. What kept you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug. It's a Basswood back in town requirement. So good to see you, even if I wish the circumstances were different. In times like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do.
Okay. Why was that so dramatic? It makes me think twice, should I hug him or not, but
Also,
I
have you
think
spoken
it's
to
okay,
Anna
right?
lately?
No, why?
It seems so dramatic, that
no
decision
reason.
for some reason.
If you get the chance, we should
Can I
catch up.
trust
We should
him?
really catch up.
Maybe I cannot.
I'll see you inside.
We should ask him questions as well while we investigate. Journal updated. Okay, what do we know about Walter Dodson? My old boss at the paper, I'd say he taught me everything I know, but given my track record, that wouldn't be much of a compliment. I always thought Walter was the decent sort, the rare breed who truly believes his job is to serve the community. Seeing the old Joker was nicer than I expected. According to what Sam thinks about him, writes about him in his journal, he's an okay dude. There was something about his energy that felt a bit weird, but I don't want to jump into conclusion. Maybe I'm all wrong here, so let's take it easy.
That smile she had when I gave it to her. She could barely get on it back then.
Joanne's bike, heavily worn out. She still loves biking. Okay, anything else around here before I'll go inside the bar? I really like the way this game looks. The environmental design. It's pretty neat. Coming through the back will get me looks. Bar's back door, okay.
Ethan keeps a spare key around, but I should use the front.
Oh, we don't have the spare key. Football game ad, at least Basswood still has its Pathfinders.
One of Nick's favorite matchups. Might be the first game he'll miss.
Ah, that is sad. Okay,
I'm not ready for this.
but we have to do it, so here we go.
Here we go.
Coal Miners Haven.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
That's me.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires, but that mean you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right after this, right? As if you aren't, well, Nick's memory only goes so far.
Didn't push anything, so it decided for me.
That's what I thought.
He upsets me
Come on,
and
it ain't
made
work.
me a bit angry, but we have important things
Making
to do
friends
here,
already,
so
I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
seems like it. Leave it as soon as I can. He started it. I just here for Nick.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. Shame that. You watch yourself.
Will do. Okay.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
Journal updated. Attend to the wake. Pay homage to Nick.
Declan lacks subtlety, but he loves this town like no one else.
Alright.
You always did know how to start a ruckus. Can't say I missed that.
Again, he started it.
Old-timers in general already don't like me, and the article just made it worse.
Hey, Sam, why don't you drink to Nick on the other side of the bar?
Friendly around here. Okay, is there something else to see around here? Hey,
Walter
Walter?
can be overwhelming
Red
at
Dickens,
times,
Ethan?
but he means well.
Okay.
Not really. So I had to throw them all out on their ear, and only then did I realize.
Ah, Samuel, my favorite ex-muckracker. Join us, join us.
How was the funeral?
Wasn't there. Setting up for this.
Everyone came, most of the town, it felt like. A sea of sad, wet eyes. I gave the eulogy. Felt hollow. So hollow. He worked for me for years. For years. My best reporter. What do you even say about him?
I don't know. All answers are right. Maybe team player?
He loved people, sharing things, having fun together. Take video games. He didn't even care if it was some cooking game or shooting game or what, as long as we were playing together.
I always prefer my games analog. Chess, Go. You two did seem to bond over them, though.
It's the small things. Like he always kept his window down. Said cars made him claustrophobic. That's how he stays with us. The little details.
I remember the bar bets about that safe spot at Pac-Man. He got me one night.
Yeah, got me once too. Can't believe it's real.
Enough about Nicholas, enough. Tell me, how have you been, Sam? How have you really been?
Can I trust him and be honest? Let's give him a shot, but I won't lie, I'm kind of worried
I
about
spend
him.
all day doing nothing. I don't even count days. They
Because
just blur
I'm in a
together.
stage that I don't know anything and I suspect everyone until
It's like a
I
pinprick
found
in the
clues
air
that they
just-
are
Everything.
innocent.
Time heals most wounds. Some it just makes worse. Sounds like you need something to pull you out of your rut.
Well, I think I've taken enough of your gents' time.
Go, mingle, circulate, but you must join us for an actual round later. You must.
Let's ask him.
Oh, Walter.
Did
Can I
Nick's
ask you
death
something?
was odd or
Questions are
something?
the fountainhead of knowledge.
Nick's crash. Was there anything suspicious about it?
I asked myself the same thing. The very same thing. It did seem odd.
Oh,
Young
is it?
Nicholas, a careful man in all things, including driving. I looked into it myself. You know what I found?
Well,
A tragic accident with nothing amiss. I am both relieved and saddened to say.
Ah,
Life is rarely like a crime thriller, and while I don't mind you asking, some might find it a distasteful conversation at a man's memorial. Especially from you.
I'll keep that in mind.
See that you do, my boy. See that you do.
I understand what he's saying, but it's important.
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
But maybe since this is the wake, I should tread very carefully while questioning people.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me?
Tara.
I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you
Oh
met
my
Hugh?
God.
He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
The infamous Sam. I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
Okay. Took a lot of research.
It took reading thousands of public records, but a pattern emerged of willful negligence.
You are a bulldog. A dangerous man to anyone using power to exploit others.
That's nice of you to say.
Now, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. We have a lot of new entries. With Walter, what you see is what you get. His grief for Nick is sincere. Okay, so maybe the game is trying to tell me this is not someone you should suspect. Okay. I can't, rule him out completely, but he seems okay so far. Yu is new in town, but it seems like he knows how to fit in. Then again, as the town pharmacist, fitting in is part of his job. Still, it's decent of him to have come to Nick's wake. Okay. He's also new in town, and he's good in fitting in. Okay. That means that he can do a lot if you just choose to. Tara, the office administrator at Basswood Jungle, is the proverbial, if I'm saying that correctly, my English, I'm sorry, weird coworker. She likes everyone and everything: dinosaurs, romance novels, evangelical TV, conspiracy theories, rice cookies, unusual street names, you name it, she'd talk about it for hours. Yeah, she seems like a talker. This is the cop. Dick Len's the local law enforcement. I vaguely remember him from school. He used to get into fights a lot, usually to protect smaller kids. No one was surprised that he became a cop. Joel, all the miners in Basswood lost their jobs when the mines closed. I know better than to provoke them. And Ethan, small town bartender who listens more than he talks. Ethan's bar must be the only prosperous business in Basswood. Kathy.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce, but anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
My condolences.
I know you two haven't been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
Yeah.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Sam kind of fucked
Maybe
up,
don't
huh?
break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Ouch. Joanne did not say that she think he was murdered. She just say it worth checking. But should I mention it to her? I think what is most important to her right now that I'll do right by Joanne. Okay, let's say I'll do my best about that.
Hard to make promises. I don't do well with those in Joan.
I've noticed.
But I'll try.
Sam, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Fair enough. Oh. I can enter memories through photos. Sweet. Pac-Man.
You're a lot like Pac-Man, Sam.
You're a lot like Pac-Man, Sam.
I consume everything in my path.
You find every last bite. The mine closing wasn't your fault. Your investigation just hurried things up. You probably saved some lives, you know.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Muley.
You piece of...
Language.
Is that a wedding ring?
I didn't know you were thinking about marriage.
Oh, it's just... It feels like the right thing to do.
Dad, what's the point of getting married?
It's just one of those things people do, Bug. Here, you can
That's
play.
such a
Someone has to show you grown-ups. Video
kid's
games
questions,
are the
you
realm
know.
of the young.
Have you talked to Anna about this?
I'll talk to her about it when I show her the ring.
If you say so. Hey, just remember I'm here, right? If you need anything. Anything but my arcade secrets. Those I'll take to the grave.
not fair.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy.
So there was something interesting about that memory in the conversation. Nick talked about the investigation that Sam was running in the mines. So apparently this investigation was leading to the fact that the mines were closed or something like that, or helped it. So that's why the miners that we saw on the table were so angry with Sam as they saw him. I see.
This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face. This photo always looked weird. Nick could
It is
never
kind of
keep a
weird,
straight
isn't it?
face. He was more her best friend than a dad. I wonder who took that picture. I wonder who took that picture.
Where was it taken though? Nick and Anna.
Happier times. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend.
Ah, sounds like the greatest weekend.
Those two were a great team. Bug was so small back then. Look at us.
Kinda sad, isn't it?
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood? Not after you went careening out of
Oh
town.
yeah, you lost.
Like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
Who is he?
That wasn't the reason I left town.
Oh, you think it was that girl of yours? You left because the town hated your guts.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way.
Serious guy, aren't you?
Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you've been.
Serious? Maybe was not an accurate description of him. Let's be straightforward.
Yeah, like you'd care.
Not too much. But suit yourself if you want to be like that. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
Anna? Let's hear.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part.
That's a lovely voice.
How little you know of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but
Oh, poor Joanne.
I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying.
She's crying.
Here.
Yeah. Journal updated. Attend to the wake. I missed that? Pay homage to Nick, talk to Anna. So I still have opportunity to attend to the wake, or because it's not checked? I hope I did not miss the opportunity. But let's see our new entries. Kathy and Nick married young and divorced quickly. I'm not sure she's ever really liked me, sorry, though I was their daughter's godfather. Or maybe that just made things worse. Dennis is the IT guy at the paper I used to work for. I remember him as a bitter and mean-spirited guy. A loner with not many friends in Basswood, so am I, but it doesn't mean we're kindred spirits. So before I'll talk to Anna, I want to see...
Could you give us a moment, Sam?
Sure. You okay, Joanne?
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Inspect. Okay, a Basswood landmark is changing hands by Nick Waldron. Longtime bartender Ethan Morrow will be taking over the Coal Miners Haven from current owner Carl Edwards. The Coal Miners Haven has been one of Basswood's only bars since Prohibition. When it started as a speakeasy, Ethan had this to say about the change. Nothing's gonna change much. The place feels like home for a lot of folks here. I don't wanna change that. He plans to keep Edward's collection of decoration and hopes to add to it as the years go on. Look at Basswood, the bar you forgot to remember, by Walter Dodson. It is easy to forget the places that make our hometown feel familiar. The Coal Miners Haven is one such place. The owner, Ethan Morrow, has made sure to stay true to the establishment's name by littering the walls with all the brave workers Basswood has been over the years. Ethan might not have reached the skies yet, but he remains optimistic. Things aren't easy, but thankfully people still think they can beat me at darts. Give it a chance when you walk by, the prices are fair, the beer cold, and Ethan remembers the name of every customer. Sounds welcoming. Mine photos, the pair attracted a lot of people back then. We can play darts?
Some people can play this game drunk. Anna was best at 3 beers.
Billiard. Okay, let's go talk to Anna. She's crying. I'm the worst ex-boyfriend. Let's go comfort her.
Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit.
3 years, wow.
Anna?
Sam!
Of course, hug her back.
I've missed you. Why did it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
Well, you did broke up, so... I'm here now, I think. I don't know what to say.
Here now. I'll have to try and come by more often. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? Even if not everyone around here would like it.
People around here have short tempers,
And long memories.
but most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or two.
He carries a lot of guilt,
5, if the Lord
isn't
has a
he?
sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
I didn't help her, I know. Tell that to everyone else. Seems kinda like he's giving up. Let's say I know.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that.
Yeah, he knows,
make
but
it
it doesn't
easier,
make it easier. I get
It's
it.
gotta make it a little easier. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your
That's a
dad's
detective's work.
Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
You and Nick were together? I actually did not know that. Okay.
But you and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago, he never told you? He asked me to let him be the one to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
That's the worst part.
Same.
Anything broken just stays broken now.
Ouch.
But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake. Walter did a good job. But it all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
Asking her directly, was Nick murdered? I think she would say something about it. Let's be comforting at this point.
It's hard for me to really just wrap my head around it. Nick being gone. Smart. Don't rock the boat when the person in the boat just lost a loved one.
It's big.
That's
get
my
my head
point,
around
but now that he said it like that, maybe I missed some important details now. So the thing is, when I asked her, were you and Nick together, it's not because, oh my god, Sam got heartbroken and now you go with Nick. It's not about that, because it was in the past and Sam and her, they broke up. What I wanted to know is what was going on between them, because every detail can be major regarding the death of Nick. So if they were together, she knows a lot, she can add a lot to the investigation, but how do you approach it at this point, at this time? Should you be sensitive and wait, or you should rock the boat? I don't know.
His stuff is all over my house.
Eventually I have to be
he's
straightforward and get the answers, otherwise I
Things
won't
without
get
an
to the
owner.
bottom of this, you know?
Most of it I'll probably give to Joan and Kathy, the throwaway. I don't even know. Sam, I'm tired, and if I'm gonna drink and cry, I want to do it alone. I played that stupid song like I told myself I would. He said, or he used to say, it made him ache. I did it, and I'm going home. We need to catch up, though. Let's meet for coffee tomorrow and talk. Really talk. 9:30?
Yeah, maybe.
Then I can ask her some questions
I'll be
about
at the cafe across from
what
the-
happened to Nick.
Christina's.
I think that's a great idea.
It was honestly nice seeing you.
All right, goodbye, Anna.
Samuel, come. Have a round with me.
I need a drink or two. Or 3. And then I'll go.
All right.
That's the guy who got the mine closed.
Not exactly. Journal updated. Yeah, I think I missed the wake. That's upsetting, isn't it? Drown your sorrows with Walter. That is the objective now. Okay. Let's talk to her for a second.
So tragic what happened to Nick. The details are horrible. They think he didn't die on impact. Instead, he roasted to death.
Okay, she's a
Not
talker.
an
Maybe she can
bones,
say
but,
something
you know.
that might help the investigation.
Unless you're into that kind of thing, of course. I didn't mean to be rude, Sam.
It's all right. I want you to
It's
talk.
all right,
Keep
Tara.
talking.
I don't like the sight of dead, burned people.
Oh, thank God. I wouldn't want to be rude on a day like this. Poor Sam. Now that Nick is gone, everyone in town hates you. I mean, I don't. Why would I? It's not my job you destroyed.
She has no
You're
filters.
not the cause of all my problems. I mean, that's what you did for pretty much all of Basswood, but not to me. So, I don't hate you.
That's good.
Thanks for the confidence booster, Tara.
Now, can you tell me
I'll see you
something
around.
that might be helpful? Oh, that's it? She's a talker. We need to talk to her.
Nick was the good sort.
Okay.
Sometimes the good sort die like the bad sort.
How Joanne is doing?
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Okay. So I got some new entries. Let's check them. Sam. Seeing Anna again threw me for a loop so much that I did not even ask her about the circumstances of Nick's death. That makes me kind of regret that. But they're meeting for a coffee tomorrow, so that's when we'll have to, dig a little deeper. But afterwards, I got the feeling that it was for the better. Okay, Walter.
Walter can be overwhelming at times, but he means well.
So, Nick wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk.
Ah, Samuel. Join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit?
Ah, spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer.
Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas.
To Nicholas.
Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there. With a bad dad joke or two.
With friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Well, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
Interesting.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside the bar.
He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
He was a good dad.
He was always good with Joan.
We saw that in the
Kathy didn't have
pictures
anything.
and
Go to
what
school,
Sam said
fed her,
before.
Clothed her, and Nick would pick her up. Play dad for a few hours. Mostly she'd just sit in the office drawing. He'd drop her back off with her mom after dinner.
Greater men have done far less by their daughters. The friend of man, the friend of truth, the friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like
Poetic.
his with virtue warmed, few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
That actually was nice.
Oh, it's a good choice. Sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
That's okay. People liked him.
I think even Dennis liked him somewhat.
He always had a lot of friends. A few who couldn't make it sent flowers.
How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. But who could prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
True, true.
It always seemed so easy for him. Every day he'd show up, smile, no matter what.
Of the qualities in a good man, that one deserves to be at the top.
Not a quality I possess.
So what we know about Nick? Good father, good with people, friendly dude.
Yes. And drinking.
Those details might be important. Okay. Drink or toast? What would be the difference? If I'll go for toast.
To Nick, he was my friend. He will be missed, but not forgotten.
Yeah, I like that option better.
Put that down.
What the heck?
What's your underage child doing drinking? You have no
Oh.
control over her?
She's drinking alcohol?
He could lose
I
his
wasn't
license.
doing anything. Don't touch me.
Joan.
Leave me alone. Ugh, you guys are all so stupid.
You do not talk to people that way.
Well, teenager.
I'm sorry, everyone. She's just so...
But you didn't have to like grab her arm like that. The cop.
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Kathy was harsh. I'll sure join a text. Let's text her.
I'll send her a text. Make sure she's gonna be okay.
I think that's a good idea. Okay. I'm here for you. Or be careful. I want to say both of those lines, but let's say I'm here for you. Fast forward. Okay. We did not get much details in terms of investigating, but I'll try to do better in that aspect. It was the wake and all, the funeral, so I didn't push the buttons, but I hope it won't punish me later on.
I'd say that went well. Ish.
Who is that dude?
You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding.
He's like a...
Even if
it's like a
didn't
schizophrenic?
soothe their animosity as much as I hoped.
Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea.
You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh?
I didn't ask you to be here, stop pushing me, or I'm so sorry. Sorry about what? I didn't ask you to be here? I have no idea.
I didn't ask for you to be here. To come back.
I couldn't let you miss this.
You just showed up.
You can't see it now, but the guilt would have eaten you alive. You're back out in the world. Feeling emotion.
Yeah, I think he has
fitting in. That's progress.
Fuck the
split
world.
that personality.
Pointless talking and more talking
and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
Ooh. Got a bit intense over there. Yeah, so definitely I think we're talking about a case of split personality.
Checkout was at 9. Sir, we need the room.
No, stay out.
You have 10 minutes before we charge you for another day.
Okay. What kind of monsters have to check out at 9? What happened last night? My head.
Oh, don't remember?
Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea.
But you can dive into your memories,
Blackout
so...
or what?
You know, man. Let's use that power.
I can't think straight.
Okay, that's a good point to stop the first episode. I think this game is going to be interesting. Okay guys, I'm ending this one here. So for the first episode, I really like this game. The characters feel authentic. This is something that Dontnod do perfectly. And the dialogues are kinda feel realistic. And I really believe the characters. So that is something important. Regardless of the story itself, this can go in many ways. So definitely there's something behind Nick's death. And that's what we're gonna try to find out in the following episodes. At the beginning of the game, it was the funeral and the wake, so I didn't push all the buttons. I tried to be, you know, sympathetic and kind of comforting in a way, but now I think the following episode I'll have to start dive deeper and get the details and start questioning people for what really happened and what they know about Nick and the events prior to his death. Yeah, so we'll do that in the following episode. Thank you very much for watching.